Throughout my life, I have often wondered, do things beyond scientific understanding, like UFOs or supernatural phenomena, really exist? For many people, these are just fantasies. You can decide for yourself what happened. Time: around 5 p.m. I don't remember the exact date. Place: Odessa, Texas. I noticed two strange stars. Strange because as time passed, they stayed in the same position in the sky while the sun was setting, so if they were stars, their positions would have shifted due to the Earth's rotation. So, I used binoculars and a telescope to compare. Without a telescope, you would only see one dot. They didn't move at all, and both UFOs slowly disappeared. Time: 3 to 3:30 a.m. Date unknown. Place: Odessa, Texas. About 1 to 7 days after the three-dot event, around 3 to 3:30 a.m., something was hovering above our house. I was sleeping when my older brother knocked on my door to wake me, saying there was something on the roof. He saw the light illuminating the backyard. He also felt air pressure and a strong noise. My mother woke up feeling the same and saw it too. That day she had to go to work, so if she woke up at 3:00 to 3:30 a.m., something unusual must have happened. She also saw a large round shadow cast on the backyard fence, because if the moon is up and something big is hovering above the house. Minutes later. Honestly, I think that was a bit out of character for me. I'm a night owl, and my family just told me there was a UFO above the house, and I went back to sleep a few minutes later? I guess so. We called to confirm there were no planes, helicopters, or anything scheduled to fly in that airspace at that time. The next morning when I woke up, I found 3 needle-like marks, forming a triangle on my right hand at the middle knuckle. They looked like small circular sores, completely clean, not dirty at all. About a week later, they disappeared, but for the next 5 or 6. Houston, Texas. Briefly, this happened in Houston. Once I heard a very clear voice only in my right ear, saying, "Hey," but it sounded like a whisper growing louder and louder. If I could text it, it would be like, "HHY." I whispered louder, but it wasn't loud enough to startle me. At first, I thought it might be the TV because it was odd, but the TV was off. Anyway, nothing else could have made that sound only in my right ear. Time: 1 morning. Date unknown. Place: New Braunfels. Another example. I went tubing with my brother in New Braunfels, Texas. While we were tubing, my mother and grandfather had returned to the hotel, and my grandfather received a reddish-brown photo of someone who looked like me, kneeling on a sunken square platform in the middle of a rushing river, looking up at the camera. It was an aerial photo, probably taken a few meters above the ground. But the way my grandfather received the photo was unusual. It filled his entire phone screen. That meant it wasn't a text message or an email. When he looked at it, a few minutes later my mother wanted to see it, and the photo had vanished without a trace. I found it fascinating that the entire photo was reddish-brown. I have had other similar experiences that, to some people, seem supernatural. But who knows, maybe they're related to aliens. Who knows? And of course, should share it here. Through these unbelievable yet compelling experiences, I do not claim to have a definitive answer for what I witnessed. I cannot confirm these as proof of extraterrestrials, nor can I dismiss them as merely unexplained supernatural phenomena. What matters to me is the fact that these things happened, and they have changed the way I see the world and reality around me. Maybe they exist in other dimensions, or deep within the very consciousness of each person. Whether you believe or not, I just want to say, this world still holds many mysteries beyond explanation.